This is the Life by Design with Angela Weiss podcast, episode 47, The Confidence to Go Anyway. Welcome back to the Life by Design podcast. I'm Angela Weiss. I'm a nurse practitioner and an author, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today I want to ask you a question. What is your life waiting on? A relationship, more money, the right time, more confidence, someone to go with you? Because I think so many of us unknowingly put our lives on pause while we wait for everything to line up the way that we think it should. And here's what I've learned. Life doesn't begin when you feel ready. Life begins when you decide to go anyway. Earlier this month, I drove over 5,000 miles across the country by myself. People kept asking me, weren't you scared? Honestly, not really. But that's not because I don't experience fear. It's because I stopped believing that fear gets to make my decisions. So confidence isn't something you find, and people talk about it like it's hidden somewhere, as though one morning you'll wake up and suddenly feel brave enough to start the business, leave the relationship, join the gym, travel alone, or finally chase that dream. That's not how confidence works. Confidence is built by doing things before you feel ready. You don't find it, you create it. And waiting has to become a habit. The longer we wait, the easier waiting becomes. I'll start Monday. I'll go when I lose 20 pounds. I'll travel when someone can go with me. I'll date after. I'll write the book someday. I'll start the business someday. One day turns into 1 year, that turns into 5, that turns into 10, that sometimes never happens. I realized years ago that I wasn't willing to miss out on my own life because someone else didn't agree or want to go along. That decision has changed everything. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you become someone you can trust. And that's my favorite lesson. Confidence isn't really believing you're capable, it's believing you'll show up for yourself consistently. Every day, every workout, every difficult conversation, every podcast episode or mile, or every promise you keep, your relationship with yourself, it gets stronger. And when you trust yourself, life becomes a lot less scary. You have to stop waiting for permission and waiting for other people's to tell you you can enjoy your life, because you can enjoy it at any time. You don't need permission to travel or laugh or heal or decorate your home or go to dinner or buy the thing or reinvent yourself at any age. You don't need permission to become stronger or healthier or build a beautiful life. No one's coming to hand you permission. You get to give it to yourself. Maybe today you've been sitting on something for months or years or longer. Ask yourself this: if fear wasn't making this decision, what would I do next? Maybe your answer isn't some huge leap. Maybe it's simply taking the first step, because first steps change lives. They're followed by second and third and all the rest. Confidence, I haven't always had it, but it appeared somewhere, within the last several years, to just be bold and do all the things, to make one brave decision at a time. And that's what I'd like you to consider, because if you make the brave decision to move forward in your life, to do the thing that scares you, to do the thing that you can't rest, that's constantly on your mind, that you dream about, that you talk about, that you write about, whatever it is, it's always there. What are you waiting for? What is holding you back? Usually the thing that's holding us back to make the big decisions that are life-changing is ourselves. We generally get in our own way. We generally are the thing that stops us. It's not always someone else. I love this topic of confidence because it's something that a lot of my patients ask me about. How do you do that? How are you so brave? Why can't I be like that? What do I need to do to change? And so, since I see so many people wondering how to grow their confidence, I'm working on another book about that, about stories in my own life where I was afraid to do something, and then what happened once I took the first step, followed by all the next steps. Stories that I hear every day about what's not working, and little steps, really, steps, that's it, that they start to take to feel more confident in who they are, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all the things. It's a beautiful thing to feel free enough to do whatever it is you've been wanting to do for so long. And once you take the first step, every step after that becomes easier. Once you become consistent, showing up for yourself, you realize, I am someone who keeps promises to myself, even when maybe other people didn't. I am someone I can trust. And then suddenly you begin trusting your thoughts rather than doubting them and being fearful. I think today is a really good day for you to take that first step on something that you've been dreaming about, something that sets your soul on fire, something that you've wanted to do for so long. I think today is as good a day as any. You have to step out in faith. You won't always know what the whole plan looks like. It's kind of like on my drive, whenever I was driving through the mountains. I wondered what was on the other side of the mountains. I couldn't see it. But I had to take 1 mile at a time. And when I would get to the top, I would come down to the other side. And that's what was on the other side of the mountain. Or that's what's on the other side of fear. Just do the thing. You can do this. I am a living testimony of being bold, strong, and fearless to do it anyway. Maybe I shouldn't say fearless, because sometimes I've had fear, but I've done it anyway. And you can too. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate each and every listener wherever you're at across the world. The people who are buying my books, by the way, I'll put my author website in the show notes. I was just looking at my book site this morning, and someone in Australia bought a book today already, and it's just early morning. So thank you for that. I'm always excited to see book sales, but I'm exceptionally excited. Is that something you'd say? When I see my words reaching so far away. And that's a beautiful thing. If this has helped you today, please like, follow, and share. That's how other people hear and see these messages of hope and inspiration and encouragement and education. And what else is there? You can follow me on Instagram at Angela Weiss Author, or Facebook at Life by Design Press, LinkedIn, Angela Weiss. And I'll be back here Thursday for more on the mental health series, again on Sundays and Tuesdays. Take what you need from this episode. Leave what doesn't work for you, and keep living your life by design. Bye-bye.